My cousins and my siblings took one, took two, but I dipped my hand in that jar and I tried to pack as much as I could. My hands got stuck. My grandfather observed from a distance and said to me, Olamilekan, do not be greedy. Let me tell you a story. These were his words. Back in my youthful days, right across our compound was Baba Shade. Shade's mother had died while she was giving birth to Shade, and Baba Shade remarried. This woman gave birth to Ashabi, so Shade had to live with Iya Ashabi as her stepmother. Shade received bouts of abuse from Iya Ashabi, but she refused to complain and she persevered because she did not want to stress her father. Eventually, it came of time, and Baba Shade became very, very sick. He decided to share his 2 pieces of land among his daughters. And traditionally, Shade should have had the first choice because she was the first daughter. However, the influence of Iya Ashabi made Ashabi pick the most fertile land while Shade settled for what was left. Shade worked tirelessly day and night on a piece of land while Iya Ashabi and Ashabi did the complete opposite. One day, a neighboring farmer observed this and offered to buy Iya Ashabi and Ashabi's piece of land. It was useless to them anyway, so they jumped on the offer. However, Ashabi continued working. On one hot Wednesday afternoon, as Ashabi dug, she struck something really hard. She frantically dug with her hand and retrieved what seemed like a clear, transparent rock. Shade was really confused, and she went to her stepmother and said, "What do you think this is?" She was clueless as well, so Shade took that rock and went to the goldsmith. Following her carefully behind was Ashabi, and as Shade discussed with the goldsmith, Ashabi eavesdropped on their conversation. Her mouth opened wide with shock and her heart pounded with jealousy as the goldsmith revealed that that piece of rock was a diamond and it was worth a lot of money. Ashabi hurried off to her mother to tell her the news. The next day, while Shade was working on her farm, she heard a loud cry from the bush. And as she rushed to see who needed help, she felt a heavy impact on her head as she was hit by a rock. Shortly after, she was dragged into a hole that was dug by Ashabi and her mother, and she was buried. Ashabi and her mother went to Shade's piece of land and dug and dug. They dug for 7 days straight, and they hit something hard. They tried to retrieve it, and it was indeed a clear, transparent rock. They did it for months, and they had retrieved 10 of such rocks. They took it to the goldsmith, and the goldsmith said these pieces of rock were worth as much as the land itself. They were very, very excited. But then they wondered. Ashabi's land was a lot more fertile than that of Shade, meaning it should contain a lot more diamonds. So they tried to retrieve it. They went back to the man who they sold the piece of land to and told him they would offer to give him 2 times what he paid for it. The man did not want to sell this piece of land, and in a bid to push them away, he said, "I would only sell it to you if you pay me 10 times what you sold it to me for." Now, the money that Ashabi and her mother had retrieved for these diamonds was the exact amount that was required to pay 10 times the money. And greed got the better of them. They gave him these diamonds and they retrieved their land. However, they worked for days, weeks, and months without having any result. And they went back to this man out of desperation. And they said, "Can you buy this piece of land back? In fact, we'd give you for half of what you paid initially." As they negotiated with the man, a figure came out from his hut, and her feet looked like something they had seen before, and as they raised their head up, it was Shade. They thought they had seen a ghost and they ran away, but they came back when it was indeed Shade and not a ghost. And Shade said, "Ẹni tó lé eku méjì máa pòfo." Meaning, if you try to chase more than you actually need, you would lose it all. Sade and the farmer had connived immediately after Sade was hit by a rock. The farmer unburied her from the hole that Asabi and her mother had put her, and he took her to his house. The money gotten from those diamonds were given to Sade, and every negotiation was Sade using that farmer as a guise. Eventually, Sade reported to the chief of the land, and Asabi and her mother were banished, never to be seen again. Sade married the neighboring farmer, and they lived happily ever after. Thank you.